with my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot the devil right between the eyes. Bury me with my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show him what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot the devil right between the eyes.
Hello, my lovely viewers. It's Sunday morning as I'm recording this voiceover. Just had my breakfast and I'm enjoying a nice cup of hot coffee. Just made a crew for my super Conq, so I thought I'd take it out and play around with it. I got a crew from one of the war chests, the Simon something or other that gives you the Snakebite skill. That's what this crew is. Figured good DPM along with decent accuracy, good armor, and Snakebite skill would make this a pretty fun tank to play. Now I get lit. The only place I can get lit from is right where I'm shooting, so I take a blind shot just in case I hit someone. Don't think I did though, might have been a little bit off. Now I'm waiting for this light tank to poke around. And I want to move up, but this IS-3 is kind of camping a bit. I was trying to get around him, so my reaction was a little slow with the shot. Ended up hitting the rocks. So I'm going to push up to this rock by the bush up here. I found it to be kind of useful. I can shoot up that road in front of me. I can shoot the 9-0 line. Right now I want to get this light out of the game. He's spotting pretty much everybody in the middle of the map. Try and track him, but it doesn't quite work out. I was a little bit off. But I put one into him. No problem. Not really paying attention to the 9 line like I should, so I get shot. No big deal. It's just a little bit of damage. Never hurt anyone. Put one into the defender because it's overpowered and I don't like that. IS-3 is trying to shoot me, but he's not really doing much. You just hold down. There's a chance I can pin his upper plate, but at that angle it's a very low chance. I'll just keep an eye on him. See what my targets are. He's angled a little bit, so it's probably about a 40% chance I can pin. I'll try that here in a little bit. Try to hit the cupola of that prototype. Didn't work out. And I do have to watch that road. If they get aggressive, then I'll have to take them out. Put a shot into the IS-7 just in case it'll pin, but it doesn't. And I do switch to my APCR just for the IS-7 because he's a little something special. There we go. Put one into him, and I'm gonna check this. The VK is setting the pace for that road area, so I'm gonna switch my attention to him. Decide to lock and pen him in the side real quick, and then try and readjust. He does take out this Centennial, so I can use him for cover now. I want to put one into his underplate, but it doesn't quite manage to pen, unfortunately. So I'm going to use this dead tank for cover. The modeling's a little off, so I don't actually hit the VK. But we're going to put one into his cheek as soon as he lets me line up. I'm not really too worried about the VTU because he's just supporting the VK. Now that the VK's out, that VTU will go down pretty quick. Hey, what do you know? He went down pretty quick, leaving just that heavy that's way in the back. So now I can switch back to this side, which has quite a few people pushing. Put one into the Yoho, leaving him at 33. He's going behind the rock, so I switch to the turret and get the kill on him. I want to try and put one into the side of the turret on this, but I didn't really account for the angling of the turret, so it bounces. Now I get to switch back to this defender, who's still thinking he can pen my spaced armor on the turret. And now return fire, put one in him. I tried to put one into the side of the IS-7, but it ends up hitting the upper plate, so it bounces. You know, I try and hit the couple up, but my aim is really bad on that. So I switched to HE because I really don't want to be trading shots for 5 years. Just whittle them down a little bit. I think that one actually hit either the dead tank or his gun. I'm not sure. Try and track the IS-7. Unfortunately, it only damages his tracks instead of actually fully breaking it. But I switched back to my AP, put one into the lower section of his side because I don't want to be shooting that spaced armor above the tracks. Damages ammo rack, and then I put one into his tracks again. I assume he repaired his ammo rack, seeing how he took a while to repair the tracks. So now I'm at exactly 4,000 damage and 500 assist. Everyone on my team is over on the east half of the map, so I know the heavies are on the other side, and like typical heavies, they are trying to cap when there's 9 enemies left. So it should be a pretty easy mob up. I'm going to use this ridge here for a little bit of cover. Aim my shot in to try and shoot the engine, but it only damages the tracks of the 54. I'm going to poke again, put one into him, and then a chieftain, for some reason, shoots HE into my tracks. But he realizes, I think, that it was a mistake to do that. So he's going to be kind enough to let me do a return shot. Now I want to move in a little bit so I can get easier shots on everyone. When you use this dune, I was thinking about going up the road to the top, but I think that might be too steep for my gun depression to be real effective. So I'm just going to go on the left side. Put a couple into this AMX 54. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm going to work on him since he's kind of the front line with my team. He's just over a full damaging hit, so I'll put one into him, and then I'll go for the tracks on the E100, which also pens. I was having a hard time figuring out which way he's angled, but looking at the outline, you can see where the tracks just kind of start to dip up, so that tells me where the drive wheel is. So I put another one into him, and then the last 2 enemies get destroyed, putting me at 1,500 roughly assistance and 6,400 damage, blocking 4,000 damage as well. This was a pretty casual 6K match, only giving me a class 1 because I only killed 2 and I didn't do over 50,000 damage. I'm just kidding, it's not that high. But I didn't quite get enough kills, and I was shooting tier 8s as well. Give me a base XP of 1,600. 31 shots fired, only 18 pens. Pretty nice little casual 6.4K. Well, I hope you liked this battle. Don't forget to check out Clone Guy 72 and Space Bandit on their YouTube channels. If you'd like to see me live, I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central. If you are feeling lazy and don't want to convert to your local time zone, you can just go to my Twitch page, which is linked in the description below. And below, there will be a countdown to let you know when my next scheduled stream will be, so you don't have to worry about that pesky time zone conversion chart. Till next time, I'm Got a Dingy, and I'll see you on the field.